Contingency planning begins well before an election. It requires long-term planning with various first responders at the state and local levels, and drafting a detailed plan for ensuring continuing operations. But there are important steps you can take in the weeks and days leading up to Election Day to ensure you're prepared for the unexpected. Your ability to communicate on Election Day is central to having a smooth election. Make sure you have a backup generator to support the phone system and other mission-critical computer systems. Provide instructions to poll workers on how to reach your office if the main phone line is not functioning. If a polling place loses power, make sure poll workers are trained to notify the election office as soon as possible. Also, make sure they have instructions in their polling place supply kits on how to manage a power failure and continue the voting process. Be prepared to transport food, water, space heaters, and fans to polling places if needed. Early voting places serve as good backup polling places because they are already equipped with the computer technology needed to process any voter in the jurisdiction. Remember to post signs at the old location directing voters to the new polling place. Notify the media of the change and post the change to your website in a place where voters are certain to see it. You can also communicate polling place locations in your automated phone message system. If your jurisdiction experiences inclement weather on Election Day, coordinate an action plan with city or county employees who have four-wheel drive vehicles. Dispatch these employees to polling places to collect voting equipment and supplies after the polls close. Poll worker shortages can pose significant problems on Election Day by causing long lines. This could potentially jeopardize the ability of all voters to cast a ballot. To avoid such shortages, assign a certain percentage of your poll workers to stand by on Election Day. Have these poll workers report to the election office on the morning of Election Day. Make sure they are fully trained, just like any other poll worker, and are prepared to be deployed to wherever they might be needed. Shortages of ballots and election supplies can also cause major disruptions. Have a plan in place that ensures you have the resources to reach all polling places within an established time frame. Divide the jurisdiction into regions, prepare driving maps, and deploy county or city runners to distribute the necessary supplies. Assign regional troubleshooters to a certain number of polling places on Election Day. Each troubleshooter should have a kit of extra supplies to support individual requests within their region. Develop a list of 10 to 15 mission-critical polling place supply items. These items should be checked and double-checked using the two-person rule prior to Election Day. The contingency planning steps we've covered today are important, but they represent just one part of a comprehensive approach to being prepared for anything on Election Day. For additional information on contingency planning and a variety of other election administration topics, please visit our Election Official Center on our website at www.eac.gov. Also, several federal government agencies provide excellent online resources for contingency planning at these websites. Federal Emergency Management Agency, www.fema.gov. READY, a site by the Department of Homeland Security, www.ready.gov. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, www.emergency.cdc.gov.